Well, that's not going to work. I think we may have a problem. Hey guys, been a little bit since I've done an update on the boat. Wild Child build, it's still going on. Hope to be getting close to the finish line. Pretty much got everything I need on hand, I hope. Got a few items on order, some cable, some 7-wire, 3-wire shielded cable for the sensors. Hopefully have it here in the next week or two. Pretty much everything else I have. Did have one small issue with the injectors, but fuel injection connection sent me some spacers to take care of the big long one. I'll show you here in a minute what I'm talking about. But that's going to work and give me the clearance to be able to plug everything up. So that was a big relief on my part. So let me flip you around here and we'll show you some more stuff here. As you can see, turbos are mounted pretty much in the position I'm going to run them. The cold side is still loose. I'm still got to work on it once I get some other things done. I got some turbo bracing. I got to make some brackets up. I got these cool mounts here that goes on the bottom of the oil return that you can run a 1-inch, I think it's a 1-inch tubing down, probably run off of here down to make a tab here to be able to help support the turbo. That's something on the big block Chevrolet, the one turbo I had, it flopped a lot around, but you can see the mounts come out, the elbows and stuff come out, the wastegate merges, welded all that up. It's first time welding any stainless, so that was a little bit of a trick. Got me a little boost manifold, if you want to call it, set up there with the boost reference lines on it already. Got the fuel regulator mounted. Everything pretty well. Tried to make everything a clean install. Still have the alternator to try to figure out. I think I know how I'm going to do it. Just got to make some brackets and then figure out a belt size on it. The problem I was running into before was the injectors. When you put them down in the hole, you didn't have enough clearance to be able to put the injector wires on. So I reached out to Fuel Injection Connection. Very helpful. They sent me right out the connector or the spacers I needed. Instead of one big long spacer, they sent 2 individual spacers that kind of moved the injector up, and that's going to work good, I believe. I got the remote oil filter mounted. All the fuel lines are run except for 2 small ones on the back of the engine. Waiting on some fittings, some 90s to be able to run from here down to the filter. Did mount the Motion Raceworks Fluid Works 1 into 2 fuel filter there. That's going to be a pretty clean deal. Try to really sit and think and take my time and make everything look pretty nice, neat, and user friendly. So everything turned out so good, pretty good so far. I got some wiring. Probably once I get all the stuff, all the fuel system wrapped up, I got a couple hoses to make on the water outlets. I got a number 12 and a number 10. I'm going to run them down and sort of tee them together underneath the oil pan somewhere, and then run them out the back of the boat. I got a number 12 coming in from the back of the boat into the Motion Raceworks water outlet plate, basically like a water pump delete. So let's go over here and look at these injectors. Try to do this one-handed. I may have to put the phone down, but you can see the little silver clip. It's got to come off. It just basically slides off. It's just sort of help holds it together, and this part goes down in the fuel rail and holds the injectors in the fuel rail a little bit better. But see what I can do here as far as one-handed. May have to set the phone down and do this. All right, here's how we're talking about. Like I say, the little silver clip just slides off, and the big long spacer, like I said, originally on top, but you put one of the uppers on the top and then a lower on the bottom. He did recommend to lubricate the O-rings. I use just a tad bit of silicone spray, and they slip right on there. I'll install these caps and stuff, and then I'll show you the finished product. You can kind of see the difference where it moves the plug up. The injector still open enough to where it won't really affect the spray pattern, which with a boosted application, he said that you know, the spray pattern wasn't as critical as it would be if it was naturally aspirated. So it'd kind of be forcing the fuel in as well anyway and mixing it all up. So, there's one down, 3 to go. Then we'll put them down the engine and put the fuel rail on. All right, here's all 4 injectors. Got the top and the bottom spacer on them. They all spaced out good. We'll carry them over here and start putting them down in the motor and get it all attached to the fuel rail. Just wanted to show you that how much it spaces it up. You know, it makes quite a bit of difference, you know, by using those different spacers, and it locates it. It pushes it up, the plug up enough to where you can plug it up and have no clearance issue. All right, we got them all down in the intake. Got the fuel rail down on top of it. Everything fits real good. Plenty of clearance to be able to plug all the injectors up now. Like I said, that was a big concern there, but turned out to be a pretty good relief that to be able to get that solution. And like I say, they really, the gentleman I talked to reached out there and sent them right out, and I had them within a matter of days. So that was good. All right, got everything hooked back up. Got the pressure, that's the out, hooked up. Still waiting on the fittings for the come out of the fuel filter to the injector. Everything coming along pretty good. Still got a few little things yet to do. Big major thing is going to be the wiring. Like I said, once I get the cables on it, try to get as much little stuff done to get it all knocked out. And then once I start on the wiring, just concentrate solely on it. Do have to make a couple more brackets. The puke tank, I'm gonna mount it on the back here somewhere. I'll probably have to make some kind of bracket and put it somewhere. Some wastegate exhaust pipes to come up once I get the, waiting on some clamps for the turbos to run the elbows or the 45s, and then I'll sort of mimic the line that the 45s come out of the back of the turbo and sort of run him up to the beside them, up out of the back of the boat. Like I say, alternator is going to be a challenge. Just got to figure out, sit down and do some figuring on how to make the bracket for that, and once it'll get mounted. And then the fuel cable. Fuel cable is a push style. So as you can see, that throttle body is, well, you can't hardly tell, but it's pretty stiff. It's got a pretty stiff spring on it. So I don't know if I'll wind up having to get a longer cable and sort of come around the back of the motor and then come off of here with I got the manifold mounted and make a bracket to be able to put the cable. Got a little bit of figuring out to do. This had this style on the big block Chevrolet for the carburetor and stuff. I did keep the cable bracket and stuff for it, so at least got that much of it done. Just have to, as far as attaching it to the motor. But like I said, I don't know if the cable will be long enough. So a lot more to go, but a whole lot closer. I'll try to do a little bit of update when I start on the wiring, and hopefully before the end of the month, get to start it up and make some racket. Thank y'all.